Well, welcome back, everybody. You know we talk a lot about rights, but have you ever stopped to think about how we got them in the first place? Because the truth is, rights exist because someone fought for them. That's the message behind the Cochran firm, Texas, a firm dedicated to standing up for individuals and families when it matters most. They also believe history is power, especially for the next generation, because when we forget where we've been, we can lose sight of where we're going. They're also passionate about women's rights. So joining us with more of their mission in fighting for you, please welcome my dear friend as well, managing partner, Larry Taylor Jr.
Thank you so much, Maggie.
I am so excited to have you back on the show.
I miss you so much.
I miss you too. And look at this reunion. You look so handsome.
I did it for you. I did it for you.
You did? Well, you showed up, honey.
Yes.
I appreciate it. I'm also so proud of you. You've been hard at work, not just fighting for everyone, but you've been writing too. Tell me a little bit.
So I just finished writing a piece on women's health and how it affects women of color. Because the health disparities between women of color and people of color in our healthcare system is drastic. Give you a perfect example. During COVID, when oxygen levels were dropping, they were using the same machine on everyone to determine their oxygen levels. Well, that pulse machine didn't quite work on people with melanin. And so doctors and nurses were misdiagnosing individuals because of that. And so this paper really talks about how women can advocate for their health and advocate for their children's health. Another example, if your child has jaundice. If your child has melanin and is darker in complexion, a nurse or an attendee can't really notice the skin color unless they do things like look into the eyes, look at the palm of the hand, or do the necessary blood work that is needed in order to determine what's happening with their child. And so, yeah.
I never thought about something like that, but you're raising awareness for so many people too, and saving lives essentially.
Exactly.
How can we read the paper, and then where do you go from here in fighting for women?
So it will be on our website. It'll be on CochranTexas.com, as well as Tailor Made Law. We'll be talking about it on Tailor Made Conversations. I have a program that I'm going to have you on called Her Health Talk. So Tailor Made Conversations is a platform where we educate myself. I have a segment that I do with a young woman who is Gen Z. And so
I need to be on that too.
Exactly.
You hear about it, you know?
And bridging that gap between generations and from a female perspective, and then having conversations with individuals like yourself, moms, working moms, and doctors to talk about issues that take place with women. And so it's done very well. And like I said, it's on YouTube, Tailor Made Conversations.
That's incredible. And thank you for what you're doing for women. So often I feel like we're overlooked. And then men, you wouldn't think necessarily you'd be fighting so hard for us. Why is it so important for you to focus on this?
Number one, we all need allies, right? As a person of color during the civil rights movement, we couldn't have done it without allies. And so having a daughter who I had to advocate along with my wife because she had jaundice, she could have ended up with cerebral palsy. My wife advocating for her when she had our first child in a C-section, then again with breast cancer. My sister had fibroids. And so watching the healthcare system kind of shrug their shoulders or turn a blind eye to the women in my life really brought out something in me to say, you know what? I need to speak up.
Yeah.
Right? It's not necessarily that it's my pain or my voice, but I need to be an ally and do something. And that's what we're here to do. I currently represent now in hair relaxer litigation that affects women who have cervical and ovarian cancer, and only women. I represent in leadership over 10,000 women who have succumbed to using relaxers on their hair. And so a lot of the litigation that I have stems and involves around women and their health.
Well, I know that a lot of women would feel comfortable going to you and are looking for an ally. How can they reach out to you?
They can always find us at CochranTexas.com. You can call us at 713-THE-FIRM. You can catch me on Tailor Made Conversations on both Facebook as well as YouTube.
And don't be a stranger. And you have a big event coming up too. Tell us quickly.
I do. This Saturday at Thurgood Marshall School of Law between the hours of 12 and 5, we're having a crawfish boil fundraiser to support our local law school students.
Thank you for all you do. And thank you for being an ally and a good friend too. I'm glad to see you again.
Glad to see you too.
I know. It just made my day. Stay tuned.